What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Our Streamers Cheaters. Today we're going to be taking a look at a Facebook gaming streamer who goes by the name of BEASTLYCAMPOS TV. Now, there's a little bit of a story behind this one. I was actually informed that he may be using wall hacks. I went and watched a couple of his gameplays, and honestly, it was very suspicious. I decided to reach out to BEASTLYCAMPOS TV and see what his point of view was. He got quite aggressive with me. He was accusing me of trying to blackmail him and so on, which I wasn't, and we will be showing the messages within this video today because he decided to post them on Instagram anyway, and we've actually since been watching his gameplay after I sent him their messages, and I've decided that there are just far too many suspicious moments within his gameplay to not make a video. So guys, if you do enjoy this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up. If you're new, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter at BadBoyBeaman. This is the best place for you guys to contact me about any streamers, no matter how big or small, if you believe they are cheating. Right, let's crack on with the video. The clip that we are about to watch now is the reason why I decided to reach out to BEASTLYCAMPOS TV via message, and his response was quite defensive in the sense that he was calling me all sorts, saying I was trying to blackmail him, saying I was threatening him, and in no way, shape or form was I, and you will get to see them messages in a minute. But let's watch this clip first, and then we'll go back and analyse it.
I got you, buddy. I got you. I
crystal both of them. I crystal one on top and I crystal
oh shit,
one.
just came over here. Come over here, Campos. I got him though, I got him. I'm gonna get.
Oh my god, pistol, still, 50G.
One's right here.
Oh, fucking bullshit.
How I hate these dudes.
Let's go. I need help.
That moment right then. Okay, so we're going to scroll it back now and analyse it properly, okay? First of all, before he pushes in this building, let me tell you something prior to this engagement. As you can see on the minimap here, his teammate died all the way to the left of him, over by the buy station. And after his teammate died, he calls out that there was two over on him, okay? So we know now that his teammate's there and that there was two enemies on him by this buy station. But from the time that his teammate died to the whole situation where he goes in the bedroom and everything here was about 30 seconds. And that is why it was not necessary to show that. However, I did explain to you guys that it did happen. But just watch this now. We're going to point a few things out as we go. I'm just going to move this up a little bit.
Damn.
Right.
I got you, buddy.
He pushes into the building here. Picks the gun up out of the box now. And he turns round at this point and looks in this direction. Okay? So you can see where his teammate died. But he doesn't look out the window. He's looking through the wall. Yeah?
Oh shit, just came over here.
Okay, after doing that little look there, which wasn't very blatant, but it was a look through the wall, he then pre-aims here. Look where he's trying to get his crosshair placement. Yeah, and then there's an enemy pushing right down there. Let's move it back a little bit. Yeah, so you see the enemy now. Where was he aiming? Just a couple of seconds or a millisecond before this, where his crosshair placement is here. And keep in mind as well, right, if this is me in this situation, watch in the distance because there's an enemy that runs right to left, and he didn't know that the other enemy was there. He couldn't have seen him there. There's been about 30 seconds or more since the engagement with his teammate, so we can't know that he's there. His teammate's in the gulag, so we couldn't have called him out. But he's pre-aiming directly at the one who's running towards him. Okay, so he's, in my opinion, I think he's looked through the wall and seen him coming in that direction from the bedroom, and then moved out towards the door so that he could get a better angle on the guy. Okay, watch this. From here now, you will see an enemy run across the backside. You see then, between the trees? But he's not bothered about this guy over here, who you could visually see. He's too interested in pre-aiming this direction without knowing anybody's coming. So there was no way he could have known this guy was coming. Keeping in mind that this guy here is still nowhere near the building that he was inside. So he couldn't have heard him. There was no team call-outs. And he pre-aimed that exact location where the enemy was running to. So why didn't he aim over here at the enemy he could see? Was because I think he already knew this enemy was coming down because he could see him through the wall from the bedroom. Here, watch now. We'll watch it again. looks through the wall in that direction,
Oh,
picks up the
shit.
next
Come
gun,
over here. Come over here,
runs round,
Campos. I got
gets
him, though, I got
positioned
him.
by the door. Before peeking it, he pre-aims. You then see the enemy run from left to right, and he then actually backtracks on himself. But at that point, he's already pre-aimed at the other enemy, who he couldn't see coming or hear coming, and there was no call-outs for him coming. So that's questionable to me. But then he pushes back into the bedroom. Rather than staying where he was, where he had a clean shot on the enemy, he pushes back into the bedroom. Why would he do that? How could he know that the enemy was going to be coming into the bedroom? Because the window hasn't even smashed yet.
Right
Watch.
here.
So he pre-aims that door. Then the enemy smashes through the window. So he already knew that enemy was coming through that window before pre-aiming that door. And he absolutely laces this guy here.
Bullshit.
He then hears the second enemy drop down off the roof. But then after hearing the enemy, what does he do? Instead of rushing back round, he gets to this point and looks directly at the wall here. He then looks at the wall there and decides to move over to the left and pre-aim the door here.
Let's go, let's go.
So that was the reason why I said, do you know what? He may be using wall hacks. That was very suspicious. There was about 4 or 5 incidents in that whole situation, which was a very short situation. Altogether, about 30 seconds, yeah? And in that situation, there was like 4 or 5 incidents where he was looking through walls or predicting where an enemy was coming from. So I reached out to him, and we're going to show you them messages now. So I contacted him and I said, hello, my name is Bad Boy Beaman. I'm not sure if you've heard of me, but here's my YouTube channel. The reason I am contacting you today is because I've been made aware that you are showing signs of wall hacks. I have just watched a good hour of your stream, and it is very clear that you are showing massive signs of wall hacks, aiming through walls, calling out enemies you cannot see, pushing enemies in direction you couldn't have known they were. I spotted these things about 30 times within the hour, which I did. I am going to be making a video about you. I'm here to give you the opportunity to explain why you thought it was necessary to use cheats whilst live streaming to an audience, especially when your viewers will be sending you donations and supporting you. This is essentially lying to your community. I look forward to hearing from you. He then replied saying, hi, I have showed my live stream on through my camera before. Would you like me to show it again for you? I don't know how many times I have to actually express this to anyone, but you can easily just turn them off and on. So I could literally use wall hacks for a year. Someone calls me out, I'll just turn them off and show me monitor and play like absolute dog shit. And that's just the way it is. Unfortunately, they can easily be turned off and on. So I said, this doesn't explain the stream I have just seen. The first game from your most recent stream has about 15 moments in it in itself. You track enemies through walls, etc. You have to understand the knowledge I have of the cheat engines. I understand that they can be turned off and on. They can be hidden from Task Manager. Most are advertised as stream proof. I followed up to say, but an educated eye will always spot them. I've had similar discussions with many streamers in the past who denied, who then decided to admit it after I'd made the video. It is up to you. He said, I play with the same team most of the time and communicate well with them. We also play the game every day and have made up a really good gameplay for ourselves. I've played in tournaments, which you should know since you're so educated that they search for your computer for hacks before you can even play in them. As I've said, you can hide them from Task Manager. It's so simple to do, and these people who are running tournaments can't actually do anything else other than the checks they do. And unfortunately, because they can be hidden from Task Manager, it just is nil and void. Anyway, he continued to say, I'm not necessarily sure how stream proof they can be. Also, if I have cheats, I'm not sure why I'm not getting a victory every time I play the game. I am not a cheater. I have nothing to admit. Make your video if you are so desperate for content to come after a small streamer. I can't wait to see it. I always say, no matter how big or small, I don't care if you've got 1 follower or if you've got 1 million followers. If you are cheating or showing signs of cheat, I will definitely be making a video. And it's that simple. So am I going after a small streamer? Am I attacking a small streamer? No, I am not. You guys have just seen firsthand that footage which shows clear signs of wall hacks. That's my opinion, and I'm sure you guys would agree. It went back and forth for some time about slander and copyright and so on. And honestly, I told him all about the fair use policy on YouTube, and I explained to him about how it's not slander or defamation, as he went on to say. I just said if you wanted to, I could send you all the timestamps and have you explain them to me, then it's done. Which I did. I ended up sending him timestamps. Originally, the first one I said was 23:46 with the link to the actual footage we've just seen. Explain those 2 kills for me, as well as your decision making throughout. You knew they were coming before they were within hearing distance, then you went to the door to peek, you then ran into the room to pre-aim before the enemy even jumped through the window. Then you aimed through a wall towards the direction of the second enemy and repositioned yourself perfectly to the door where the enemy appears. Explain that. No team callouts, no markers on the map, no audio cues, and no prior engagements within those specific enemies. With those specific enemies. Because, well, as you can hear, my teammate called out the down players, 2 of them, and they were revived. You can obviously hear the guy pushing me at the bottom and obviously hear the guy breaking glass. Well, no, it's not obviously. First of all, you could not hear the first guy pushing, not whatsoever. He looked through the wall, ran out to the bedroom and pre-aimed the door before even peeking it. You could not hear that guy, he was too far away. As for the guy breaking the glass, of course you could hear it, but that happened after he was already pre-aiming that location. And this is what I was saying to you guys, that his explanation for the situation just didn't add up whatsoever. Anyway, he went on to say, then if you hear very carefully, you can hear his teammate parachuting down to the roof and pushing me so he can get me. Right when he lands, he can hear it so clearly when he lands that I get him as well. I get him as well, so that he can get me. These are the type of things he's trying to use to explain what went on, and it's just not good enough. You need to stop accusing people without letting them speak or explain first. I'm going through the motion here of letting this guy have his say and explain himself. That's exactly what these messages were. I didn't do it without giving him the opportunity, yet he manages to say that. I went on to say, also at 29:40, you push from gas station all the way left, you throw a cluster bomb at no apparent target, and you get a hit marker. How did you know that enemy was there and his exact location? Your teammates call out enemies being down 20 seconds or more prior to your engagements. As you peek the door, you are aiming directly at the enemy. As for the glass breaking, you were already aiming at the position before the glass breaking. I agree you can hear the second enemy at first, but you look through the wall and then decide to push left to the door, which looks like tracking to me. And this was on about the first incident where obviously I've just explained that with the 2 guys. We've just seen the footage of it. He went on there to try and say that if he was wall hacking, that he'd be looking through walls and so on. A wall hacker who is new to wall hacking will shoot directly through objects, yes, but an experienced one wouldn't. He would play to look legitimate. This is how people avoid bans. Here is what I'm going to do. I'll give you the benefits of the doubt. The window clip is sus as hell. The rest I've sent you were mediocre at best, but I've got about 30 moments timestamped and saved for future reference if needed. He said, are you threatening me? How can I be an experienced wall hacker if I've just started streaming a few months ago? Well, here's the thing. You don't need to be a streamer to use wall hacks. You don't need to be a streamer to use aimbot. So I don't know where that incident come from, where that ideas come from in his head that you have to be a streamer. He could have been playing this game since release using wall hacks or aimbot and just decided to start streaming once he got them pinpoint accurate to a T, thinking that he could actually hide it. I'm not saying he did, I'm just saying he could. Okay, so that statement means nothing. I said, not a single threat was made. I'm just stating that I've logged those timestamps, as I have stated that I'll give you the benefits of the doubt. He went on to say, you are threatening and blackmailing me. I would find something better to do with your time, coming after small streamers with no evidence, only assumptions. I will be enjoying my stream with my audience and playing with and my followers. I have nothing to worry about from you. Okay. What we're going to do now, though, guys, what we're going to do is we are going to show you the last time he actually went live. Bearing in mind, if we actually scroll back to the top of this, these messages were actually back and forth on the 18th of March 2021. Let's go and take a look at the last time he was live. Okay, so watch this incident now.
I got you right.
He'll check his heartbeat now. Nothing shows up, but he does check it again.
Push over there, 40 meters in front
He
of
knows there's 2 over there, 32 meters away.
Get on top of the roof.
Just watch this perfect rotation. And remember, no one's showing up on the minimap at this point. Watch this. He pre-aims that now, knowing full well a second guy was going to peek out of there.
Got one down.
He downed one of them.
It's just getting low. I'm just gonna be able to see.
One right here.
How did he know that guy was there then? Let's pull it back just very slightly, okay? So from this point, he's actually driving up to the cliff, the top of the cliff. There's no markers on the map to show any enemy locations at this point. He lets his quad bike go and starts running towards that direction. At first I thought it's because his teammates are over there, but they're too far away. You see him doing his little look around.
One right here.
He sees that enemy, that's fine. No call outs from his teammates, and he automatically aims at this guy. At this point, he's just down that first enemy, and then he looks down here, and you can't see any enemy. Still can't see any enemy. Still can't. He pre-aims there. And then the enemy appears. Explain that one to me. Okay, so now in this situation, you actually see him push up towards the bank. He then looks through the wall, through the whole building, and then rotates round and perfectly picks off an enemy who did not show up on the minimap, who did not have a call out from a teammate or nothing of the sort. Watch this now.
Have eyes on. Mover.
Oh, this one's going to the...
There's the look right there through the whole building.
Oh, no.
Decides to rotate round. Swaps
Keep
gun.
going. This motherfucker.
Decides that's not the gun he needs to use in this situation. Again, you can't hear or see anyone.
Oh, no.
Watch how he perfectly turns the corner to shoot.
Keep going. This motherfucker.
He's turned that corner knowing full well that enemy is there, and then killed him. So from here, hops the wall. Instead of going into the building, he looks through it, rotates round.
Keep going. This motherfucker.
Now we know that the King Bounty is actually on the map here. So why would he push round to this location? Makes no sense. So guys, this next moment, they're pushing into military base. One of his teammates has marked up a bounty contract. I believe that's why they're heading that way. But they end up coming across some enemies. And again, there are some signs of this guy looking through walls throughout. And also aiming in directions that he shouldn't know an enemy's coming. Watch this.
Hell no. I spent 2,200.
I told her, I was like, I told her, I was like, this, of course, coming from you, you would think.
I don't know whether you noticed that then, but when he was at the top of the hill, he done a little look left and right, and then carried on looking left to the direction in which he's now pushing towards. No enemies are showing up on the map at all.
I think it's dumb because you don't play the game.
He gets himself in this perfect position, changes his gun before getting to the right side of this wall. And he aims down sight directly at a vehicle that's coming towards him. Again, this vehicle is not showing up on the minimap. But it's almost like he knew that was coming.
If it makes me happy, that's what matters.
From doing that little look to the left when he was coming down the hill, to then making that decision to go that way and swap his weapon before peeking the wall, and then aiming down sight as soon as he peeked the wall at the vehicle, before the vehicle showed up on the minimap, before it was within hearing distance, the whole lot. It just screams wall hacks to me. But it doesn't stop there. We're going to carry on watching this now.
Profit, like,
No car on the backside here.
I could start making money for this.
So he knows there's enemies down there, but watch this.
Over there, Compost. One side of the car.
So if we pull that back a little bit again, okay, he sees this enemy here, who's running across towards the buy station.
I could start making money for this.
Puts the airstrike on him, jumps down. While he's jumping, you can't see any enemies in this vicinity here around this box. Nope, none. Still none. None to the left or right. He then switches his weapon really quick. And look where his crosshair placement is now. He's already aiming down sight there. And then he shoots the enemy. So he was already aiming down sight before actually peeking out to the left side of them boxes. After going to turn right with the other gun out, he switches weapons quickly and goes left and perfectly aims at that guy. That to me looks like wall hacks as well. It doesn't stop there either. There's another situation straight after this one where it seems that he's looking through walls or just knowing the enemy's exact location. We'll watch this one again. Obviously he sees that guy through the box or whatever. Carries on rotating round here. Now bearing in mind his teammate has put a marker down here, so that could indicate something, only it's a little bit further away. That's on the outside of the fence. That's over by this big building, as you can see on the map here. Okay, so that can't be involved in what you're about to witness now. Again, on the mini-map, no one shows up. Look where his crosshair placement is. Aims down sight right now before actually peeking out. Oh, look at that. Perfect. So we'll go back. We'll watch that again in full. So he shoots at that guy perfectly after pre-aiming before the guy jumps out. And then again, switches weapon here, pre-aims and shoots. Okay. And for both of those guys, he did not know their location. He did not see them prior to shooting at them, but still aimed at them through whatever object was in front of him before peeking out to the side. So both of them instances, as well as knowing that car was coming earlier, that's a little bit suspicious to me. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. Oh, is there another one?
No, he's lit as fuck. Why do I keep
There
on
was one more
fucking-
ghosted player who he didn't know was there. So, guys, I don't even need to show you any more than that. We're not going to carry on watching any more than that. What you've seen today, what you've seen already is enough. Every single one of them kills were ghosted. He shouldn't have known their locations, but he did. And still managed to kill them all after looking directly through walls at all of them. Plus the first clip as well. It's just too much. And if we do need to bring out another video, believe me, I've got about 30, 40 more instances like that saved on my computer. So guys, what do you think about that? Let me know in the comments below. Well, there we have it, guys. There are quite a lot of suspicious moments throughout his gameplay. Some of the stuff just does not add up. I personally reached out to BEASTLYCAMPOS TV to try and give him the opportunity to explain what was going on. And even his explanations weren't really that good. Honestly, they didn't explain the situation properly. The things I was questioning him on just didn't add up whatsoever. So we decided to carry on taking a look at him, as I said. And you've seen the gameplay now, and we've analysed it through and through. What do you guys think of that? Do you think it's suspicious? Or do you think he just plays completely different to anyone else? Let me know in the comments below. And if you did enjoy the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up, guys. If you're new, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. If you want to support the channel further, hit that blue join button today and become a member of the Triple B fam. And don't forget as well, guys, we have currently got our first edition merch line available now. It's in the store section on this channel, or you can click the link down below in the description and it'll take you straight to the store. The merch is only available until April 30th, 2021. Once it's gone, it's gone. And don't forget, guys, to follow me on Twitter at BadBoyBeaman. Until next time, I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace!